to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gina. I'm the creative here on YouTube behind Create and Daydream. You can also find me over on Instagram at Create and Daydream. And if you're new, say hi in the comments. I love getting to know you all. It's one of my favorite things about having a channel. So I want to share my gratitude documented setup with you. I have shared how I set one up for my daughter and how I plan for her to work through it, but I have not shared mine. And first, I just wanted to share how I've been storing all my stuff. So I found this food storage bin on Amazon, and it is 10 inches by 6 inches by 3.5, and it is fantastic. They sell them in singles. You can pick them up in a double pack, and you can pick them up in a 4-pack, and they also have a bunch of other sizes, like a 12 by 12 if you're a scrapbooker. So a little tip is to always look in the kitchen section or just storage in general. You never know what you're going to come across. Okay, so let's jump into my TN. This is where I'm scripture writing this year. I took an old TN, and as you can see, I put some matte paper in the inside, and I'm taking a bag that I got the Illustrated Faith Gratitude Documented Kit in, and I'm making that the cover. It's not going to be permanent until I'm done, and yes, that binder clip broke. Will not be buying those anymore. And this is a great way to use up the really cute bags that you get kits in. So you just have to figure out what image you want. So I really love that floral image, so I cut down the back of it to wrap the full TN, and then I cut the bottom and I cut the top. And yeah, unfortunately that bag's gonna have to cover something smaller, or I'll just use it in another way. So what I did inside is this is 100% printables. I decided to print off a lot of different sets. This is a Brianna Showalter set. I believe it was called Bountiful God, and that the little wee humans are holding up the florals and the leaves. And I set that up in the very beginning just so I could go back in and write prayers or who I want to pray for. And then here is where I'm going in and scripture writing. And all I did was I printed off the ephemera from the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop. I printed it off in clear sticker paper, and I kind of set them up so I could go in and just scripture write day by day. Okay, so if you're not aware, when you pick up the physical kit from Illustrated Faith, they send you an email receipt. In that email receipt is the digital ephemera, and this month the ephemera was absolutely 99% identical to the ephemera that came in the kit, so you can print that off and use it any way you want. Or if you did not get the physical kit, you can always go and pick up this digital ephemera. So I printed off the digital ephemera on clear Mako sticker paper, which I may be changing that, y'all, because the price went up immensely. I'm going to check into that. But as you can see, I'm already through, I want to say about day 19, and this is just pure scripture writing. And then over on my ring is where I'm going in and writing prayers. So I just gently as in I just barely set this up as I keep going, and I'll come in and I'll bring more of the digital ephemera or the printable ephemera and kind of add to it. So on the left on that page there's an empty space, so I'm allowing myself to just let this be scripture writing and be okay however it looks like. Good grief. That's not the right saying. However it turns out, I'm letting go of the perfectionist. So here is my ring. I love my cover. I used a Taylor Roshkob journaling card set where I did not cut them all down. And then the leaves are from Brianna Showalter set. The gratitude document is from a Tamara Arcelia set. And then the florals were also from her set. So super cute little cover, and it's all digital. That is the greatest thing about Print and Praise. You can do so many things. I have to tell you all, I'm voiceovering this in the morning and I feel like I cannot speak. So, okay, here is the free set of prompts and scriptures that Illustrated Faith provided. I printed that off. I put it together, cut it in half. My opening prayer is in there, and then I start into my ring. So I put a bunch of random things on my ring. Here is another Taylor Roshkob journaling cards that I didn't cut down. I like to fold things up, so as I was showing you there with my fingers, you could cut them. and then punch a hole in it or whatever. And I always like to stick a little paper clip on it to be like, hey, remember you got a little something hidden in there somewhere. So here I took one of Tamara Arcelia's cards that she had, and I just put Jill Drink-Schultz scripture. So she typed up all the scriptures for gratitude documented, and I cut them all out. They're all on this ring, and I just used various printable sets. So that's a Brianna Showalter card. Anytime you see these with like the black scripture writing, that is a set from Taylor Roshkalb that she took a picture of her grandfather's Bible, and a lot of the scriptures that she used, I want to say all of them now that I really think about it, matched up with scripture in here. So sometimes you'll see a double two, sometimes you'll just see something really cute like this. This is from Brianna Showalter. It was again going back to Bountiful God, and I loved how the little people were holding up the corn. That's a Vanessa Walker card. There's just a lot of stuff in the Print and Pray shop that you can use. And remember that you can print this out over and over. I think people kind of forget that. They print it out once and then they let it go. No, it's there for you forever. Here's one of my favorite things to do. This is a Brave Little Tailor label set, and instead of cutting them down as into labels, I like to make them into little tags. Those thank you notes are free in the shop, so if there's something that you want to pick up for free, go pick that up. Here's another little card, and then there's just some beautiful paper from Tamara Arcelia. And what I do with like the empty pieces is I'll go in and like write a prayer specifically for somebody on those cards, or I'll come in and decorate it as I'm coming in and writing my prayers. So as you can see, when I film this, I had not gone through this yet, and that's okay. Like, you have to allow this to be okay. For me, this November, I wanted to make sure I was writing the scripture and just kind of jumping into my Bible. And then this project itself, most likely I will finish by the end of the month, but I'm allowing myself to be open-ended with it. Like, hey, you don't have to feel like you are going to get behind. It's okay. It's gratitude, and gratitude can be every single day and should be every single day. Okay, so all the little numbers on the cards, 1 through 30, I believe, that is from Taylor's set. All the sets will be linked down below, or I'll just link the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop and you can check them all out. I used a lot of different things. Here's the numbers where I didn't cut them because I liked how the numbers looked just all together. So that's going to be a little card on my ring. I like everything to be a little bit different, and I really think with like Print and Pray or digital stuff that it allows for you to make something different than everybody else. Yes, everyone could be making a ring, but your ring is personal to you. It's your own creativity. It's how you want to work through scripture with God, or who you want to pray for, and that's what I love about it. Like, this is a card I flipped upside down. This is a Vanessa Walker card, which is so nice to have Vanessa Walker back creating. Here's just one where I took the scripture and I just punched a hole straight in it. I was probably getting to the end of this and like, okay, I am done putting cards on here. We're just gonna punch some scripture. Here's another one of the little journaling cards from Taylor. And again, like, if you want to hide something, if you want to hang your ring out in the family room or your dining room or whatever, and your family's coming, you don't necessarily want them to read your prayers, then you fold those up and hide them. That's Word Fetty. And here's Tamara's beautiful paper. So as I've been working through this, I've been adding more and more, and I will show that to you at the end. So here's like my little organizer. Again, love this stinky little thing. So like, here's a thankful for card. So if you can't buy anything and you just want to make a ring about who you're thankful for, go and print these off. They're absolutely free. It was really nice of Sean and Noel to throw these in the shop. And here you're just going to see me decorate this just a tiny little bit. And then I'm going to come in and write a little prayer about who I am thankful for. And I believe this was for you all who watched my videos. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but what I want to say here is, if you have the time, like, cut up all your stuff ahead of time. I know that can be a daunting thing for some, excuse me, but if, like, when I'm in a creative rut and I don't know what to do, this is what I will do. I will just start cutting things up, because eventually something's going to come to you and you're going to figure out how you want to create with that. So that's one of my biggest tips, especially if you have bought Print and Pray stuff. Go back through, cut it up. You will be inspired to use it. some way, somehow in the future, I promise. Like a big example is I made that ring for Ashley with one of the physical kits, and then I just really wasn't sure what I wanted to do for myself. I knew I wanted to use print and pray, but I planned on hoping that I could do it early on in the month to give ideas, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know how to explain that. So that's like also a time where I feel like God's saying, hey, take a break from the creating, just get back into the Bible, do the studying, and we will create together when the time is right. So here I just wanted to show, I took a few of Brianna's cards. So sometimes when I get the print and pray sets and I want to add them to a ring, I like to scripture write those as well, because they always have scripture on there that relates to what they are, creating about. And with Brianna's set, she's been creating about the attributes of God, and this month is bountiful, and I love her sets. They're so beautiful. They're all her own paintings and her own writing, and she just has just such a beautiful heart. All the creatives do, all the artists, they do, and they just all create in different ways, and each month you'll kind of just be drawn to something else. Maybe that's kind of how I am. So I do end up coming in and putting on some little bit of material in here, some twine. I will share all of that when I do my final flip through. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do. I ended up cutting that down a little bit though, just no, I did not like that. So y'all, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm so grateful for you this month and every single day of the year. I hope you're having a beautiful November, and I will see you soon. Bless up, my friends.